Hello MYP students. So this is the probability part 2 video. So in part 1, we have already discussed basic probabilities. We have discussed complementary events, combined events, independent events, and dependent events. So in this particular video, we are going to cover Venn diagram, tree diagram, and two-way tables. So in this, basically, we are going to cover this, and this. So out of these three topics, I think Venn diagram and tree diagrams are the most important because a lot of time you will see questions directly coming from these two topics. So I'll try my best to explain you all these two topics in depth. And two-way tables are not that important because I haven't seen any past year questions coming from that. And anyways, like two-way tables, even if they ask you, you can do it using tree diagram. So I'm going to focus mainly on tree Venn diagram and tree diagram in this particular video. So guys, let me just introduce myself. So my name is Ankit. I am a MYP and IBDP Maths tutor. So I have been teaching MYP and IBDP students for the past 14 years now, and I understand the pattern of MYP and IBDP, and I also understand the psychology of the examiner who sets the MYP and IBDP paper. So guys, if you really want help from my side, you can mail me on my email ID, or you can also contact me on my Instagram at the rate of your IB tutor. So if you have any doubts, feel free to connect with me, guys. I'll try my best to clear off all your doubts. So in the past few days, like more than 100 students have already connected over email and over Instagram with me, and I have tried my best to explain you all, like clear off all your doubts. So guys, let's get started with this particular video. So the first topic we are covering here is Venn diagram. So Venn diagrams are basically used to represent data sets. So when I say data sets, so you have to be a little bit careful about it. So I'll just explain you with the help of an example. So let's say in a class there are students who study physics, chem, and bio. So let's say in a class we have three kinds of student who study physics, chemistry, and bio. And there are few students who study physics and chem. There are few students who study chem and bio, and there are few students who study physics and bio, and there are few students who study all three. So to represent it in the form of a Venn diagram, what I'm going to do is that rectangle. I'm going to make a so this basically represents the universal set. So inside this rectangle, since we have three types of data sets, which is physics, chemistry, and bio, so I'll make three circles. And just now I said that there are few students who study physics, chem, few students who study chem and bio, few students who study bio and chem. And there are few students who study all three, and there are individual students also who just study physics, chem, and bio. So let's say this circle represents physics, this circle represents chemistry, and this circle represents bio. So this is the question. So let's say in a school we have total number of students as 29, and 15 of them has taken bio, 15 has taken chemistry, 18 has taken physics. Bio plus chem is 10. So chemistry plus physics is 5 and bio plus physics is 7. So if you add all of them right now, so you might need to understand that the number is exceeding beyond 29. So clearly you need to understand here that there are in these numbers. So basically I'll just explain you with the help of an example. So let's say you are a bio student, you are a bio and physics student, and I get into your class and I ask you how many students study bio. So you're going to raise your hand. If I ask you how many students are going to are studying physics, so you're going to raise your hand again. And if I ask you how many students are studying bio and physics in the class, so you're going to raise your hand again. So you are considering means you are being counted three times in all three different categories, but your exact number is only one. Please understand this thing. So that's why here you need to understand the overall number is going beyond 29, because in this whenever when the teacher asked like how many students study bio, so these 15 students study bio, but along with bio they also student different subjects, either physics or chemistry. So in this basically there are few students who study all three, so that number is not given to us. So to figure out that number, what we do is that I consider physics plus chem plus bio as x. So I'm going to write here x. So now you need to clearly understand here that bio plus chemistry is total is 10. So here I will write 10 minus x, and chemistry plus physics is 5. So chemistry plus physics I'm going to write it as 5 minus x over here. And physics plus bio is 7. So I'm going to write 7 minus x over here. So now since 15 is studying bio, so inside the bio, so bio exact number would be 15 minus 7 plus x plus 10 minus x plus x. So basically I have to subtract this reason, and this reason to figure out the students who are only studying bio. So if you do this, you will get 15 minus this plus minus x is gone, and 17 plus x. So if you do this, you will get minus 2 minus x. So the number for this is minus 2 minus x. Sorry guys, there is a slight mistake. So here it would be minus x, and when I change it, it will be minus x. So it will be x minus 2 basically. So here I have to write x minus 2. So the bio student is x minus 2. Similarly, if you try to figure out the number of physics and chem, so physics would come out to us as x plus 6 and chem only would come out to us as x. So basically, we have to use the similar method to figure out the like the number of individual students who are studying only physics, chemistry and bio. So now to figure out the value of x, we need to add up everything and equate it to how much? 29, because the total number of students is 29. So we will frame an equation which is x plus 7 minus x plus 10 minus x plus 5 minus x plus x plus 6 plus x minus 2 plus x equal to 29, and we are going to solve this particular equation. So when you will solve this equation, you're going to get x equal to 3. So that means now we can get the exact number. So p plus c plus b would be equal to 3. If I talk about bio and physics, so bio plus physics would be 7 minus x, which is 7 minus 3, which is equal to 4. And if we talk about bio plus chem, so b plus c is equal to 10 minus x, which is equal to 10 minus 3, which is equal to 7. And if we talk physics plus bio, sorry, physics plus chem, so physics plus chem is 5 minus x, which is 5 minus 3, which is equal to 2. And the physics would be x plus 6, which is equal to 3 plus 6, which is 9. Chem would be x, which is equal to 3. And bio would be x minus 2, which is equal to 3 minus 2, which is equal to 1. So these are the number of students, exact number of students. Now I have figured it out. So if you add now everything, so 3 plus 4, 7, 7 plus 7 is 14, 14 plus 2 is 16, 16 plus 9 is 25, 25 plus 3 is 28, and 28 plus 1 is 29. So now you can see that the total number of students I'm getting here is 29. So this is how you're supposed to draw the Venn diagram, guys. Please understand. You just remember one thing in your mind, that whenever you're doing any counting in the class with the subject categories, so one student is going to raise their hand multiple times, but that student is only one. So to figure out that exact number, we have to follow this procedure to figure out the number of like different types of student present in the class. So now in this question, let's say they ask you what is the probability that the student they have chosen. So probability that student chosen studies only physics. So only physics is how much? 9. So the probability would be equal to 9 upon 29. So once you have got the exact number of students who study only physics, chem and bio, and who studies bio plus physics, bio plus chem, and physics plus chem, and physics plus chem plus bio all together. So now you can figure out any probability depending on what is being asked in the question to you all. So I hope I'm clear to everyone with the Venn diagram. So Venn diagram is basically used to figure out the probabilities, and it is being asked a lot of time in the MYP examination. So generally it is asked for 2 circles, but here I have explained you with the help of a 3 circles, so that 2 circle you will feel easy. But still guys, if you have any doubts in the Venn diagram or any question of the MYP maths, please DM me on my Instagram at the rate of your IB tutor, or you can email me also. I'll mention my email ID in the description, guys. So now let's understand tree diagrams, which is the most important topic of this particular uh, chapter, which is probability. So now to understand this tree diagram, so basically you need to understand, let's say we have a box, and inside the box we have 3 black and 4 red balls, and we are picking 2 balls one after the other without replacement. So without replacement, I already explained to you guys in the part 1 video. If you haven't watched it, please watch it on my profile. I have also created a playlist of it, so you can find the videos in the playlist. So two balls are one after the other without replacement. So 2 balls are picked. So now you need to understand that to figure out the individual probabilities, like what is the probabilities of figuring out a ball in each stage, we basically draw the tree diagram. So this is my box. So in this box, we have 2 balls, black and red. So first pick is represented by this first branch. So black and red. Now the second branch is represent the second pick. So black, red, black, red. And now we will write the individual probabilities over each branch, guys. So please understand here. So inside the box, we have total number of ball as 7. And right now we are picking the black ball. Let's say my first pick is black. So the probability would be 3 by 7. And red, if it is red, then it's going to be 4 by 7. So now since we are doing it without replacement, that means whatever ball you're getting it in the first pick, you have to keep it aside. You don't have to put it back again in the bag. So now to figure out the probability of black ball in the second pick, it's going to be 2 by 6 because one black ball has already been picked here in the first branch. Now for this branch, the red ball has not changed, so it's going to be 4 by 6. Why by 6? Because overall one ball inside the bag has decreased because we have kept it aside. Now if the first pick is red, the probability for the second pick to black would be 3 by 6 and red would be again 3 by 6. So this is how we figure out the probability, guys. And another trick you need to understand here, for a single branches, like for this particular branch, if you add the probability, you should always get the answer as 1. For example, here if you see here, 3 by 7 plus 4 by 7 is 1, 2 by 6 plus 4 by 6 is 1, 3 by 6 plus 3 by 6 is 1, 6 by 6 which is again 1. So for branches like this, the overall probability always has to be 1. So now let's say we have to figure out the probability, find the probability that, so the question is we have to figure out the probability that one ball is black and other is red. So you need to understand my favorable branches would be this and red black, because both of these are going to be my favorable branches. So the probability of black and red is going to be equal to 3 by 7 multiplied by 4 by 6 plus 4 by 7 times 3 by 6. So if you solve this, you will get the probability of getting a black ball and a red ball in the pick. So that's how we basically understand. So you need to understand here one thing, guys. Until and unless we are going horizontal probabilities will get multiplied always. And if you come down like to the another branch, you have to add it. For example, here you need to understand that until and unless I was going horizontal, I have multiplied both the probabilities. But as soon as I shifted to the next branch, I have added it. So this trick you have to remember. Until and unless you are going horizontal, straight, you have to keep multiplying. But if you are shifting the branch, you have to add it. So this is how we basically draw the tree diagram, guys, and this is how we have to basically find out the probability using tree diagrams. So tree diagrams are extremely easy. Tree diagrams basically makes to find probability very easy, guys. So I hope it is clear to all of you. And in the next video, I'm going to cover some past year questions of probabilities. So if you like the videos, guys, do give a thumbs up to the video and subscribe to my channel for MYP and IBDP Maths. And follow on my Instagram at the rate of your IB tutor, guys. And if you have any doubts, I'm again telling you that you can connect with me directly on my Instagram, or you can also mail me on my email. I'm mentioning my email ID in the description. Thank you, guys. I'll see you all again.